Hello, everybody, and happy Thursday to you, wherever you are, whatever time you're in, morning, evening, afternoon. This is Ron Deering coming to you from my home office in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, North Idaho. And today we're supposed to be in the 80s, and I think sunny weather. It's kind of cloudy, but it's supposed to be a nice day. So please share this out, get this out to your team, your friends, your families, and like it, hate it, laugh at it, whatever. Okay. So here's the topic. You may not want to hear this, okay? Because and I'm this is kind of my rant Thursday, and the reason I'm talking about this is because there's a number of people out there, a lot of I don't know that have heartache with network marketing companies because of policies that say, again, and this is not what the policy is, but this is how they want to interpret the policy, right? The policy is you can't have other businesses besides your network marketing company, besides them. You cannot. Hey, Jerry, Crystal, Pamela, LW, good to see you. So you can't. All these people are saying, oh, they're keeping me from my passion and doing other things and helping people, and on and on and on and all about these things and that. And it's just it's not it's not true. It's just not true. I've been doing this for 40 years, and I'm telling you that it's not the way it is. And you may not like what I'm going to say, but it's truth, and it's something that you can verify and everything else. But it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Many years ago when I first got into network marketing, um, I got approached by a lot of different people, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll do this company because it does health and wellness, but I'll do this company because it does travel. So I've got multiple things, and I I was, and I shouldn't say this way, but I was told because of my misinformation, you can't do if you're going to do this one, you can't do this one, right? And that's not at all what they meant. What they meant was if you're going to work in another network marketing company, right? If you're going to work in another network marketing company, then what you can't do is reach out and pitch to people in the first company. You can't just go out arbitrarily and start recruiting people from the company that you're in all throughout their company. Because what was happening was there were people out there that got into network marketing and they built a team, and then there's other teams that built and so forth, and then they would get into another company on the side and try to build both, but they would go after not their own team, but they would go up after people in other teams, right, and try to recruit them. And that's a no-no. Why is that a no-no? I should be allowed to, it's my business. I should be allowed to do whatever I want, right? No matter how it hurts anybody else. And that's their philosophy is. I should not be controlled. I should be able to do that. No, so what if it destroys this person's business over here? I should be able to do that, and I'll never be involved with a company that doesn't allow me to do that. They're not allowing you to not have multiple streams of income. They're just not going to allow you to destroy people's lives. And essentially that's what it is, right? That's what it is. Now, some people don't like the speed limit, but it's the speed limit, and it's there to protect you and to protect others and everything else, and you abide by that, and you don't not drive because you don't want to abide by the speed limit, right? It's just it's insane how people look at this, and then they get terminated and they badmouth and they go all crazy. It's the company's fault. It's the company's all these other things. Okay, and I'm not picking on anybody in particular at all today or anything like that. I'm just trying to explain to you that these things are. Hey, Ted Sims, good to see you. Pamela, Crystal. These things are put into place to protect everybody, to protect the house, to protect the company. I can't tell you over the years how many companies I saw get lawsuits against them because people did this. Because people would go out and start poaching other teams, um, you know, and they would go out and they'd start poaching this person's team, and then the leader of that team, their business would start going down, and then lawsuits would come out, and there'd be heartache and discontent and all. I mean, it just there's nothing good that comes out of it, nothing good whatsoever. And why do it? Is it like the only people in the world are the people that are in this other company, and you don't have another pool to grab from? Why would you do that? Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't mean you can't have multiple companies or multiple streams of income and everything. Make your money work for you. Do all those things. Just don't poach. Just don't go out and stay away from the company you're in. Go find other people that have nothing to do with it or don't want to have anything to do with it. Are no one else's teams and all that. Protect your company. Protect other people's business that you're working with. But don't be a crybaby and don't be a whiner if you break the rules and it's like the person that drives 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. They get pulled over and they get a ticket, right? They don't have insurance and they get pulled over and they get a ticket. They run a red light, they get pulled over and they get a ticket, and then they whine and cry and it's everybody else's fault and it's the police fault and it's it drives me crazy. It's about integrity. It's about honesty. It's about ethics. It's about morality. It's about doing the right thing. And if you're out there doing the right thing, then you don't have anything to worry about. If you're out there not breaking the rules, you have nothing to do with that. I would never tell anybody, well, you can't do multiple things. I know some of the top leaders out there are doing multiple things, but they're not mixing multiple things. They're not trying to be a Baptist preacher and a Jewish rabbi at the same time. They're not trying to, grab all the people from the Baptist, church and bring them into the Catholic church or bring them into this or that. They're not trying to poach other people at the harm and the disrespect of those other people. And if they do that and they get caught and they get terminated, then they're not out there whining and crying. Okay, I just tried to do, I broke the rules. I got caught, right? Because I'll be the first one to tell you, if I got in tickets and if I broke the rules in life, are you kidding me? Of course I have. And I got caught. I didn't blame everybody else. I didn't blame the people that caught me. I broke the rules. So some of you out there may not want to hear this. You may feel like, that you may feel like, I'm surprised I haven't got 1,000 hates on this. You may feel like, that's, this is America. This is freedom. I should be able to do whatever I want. Well, if you feel that way and you feel that you should be able to do whatever you want, even at the detriment of other people, then shame on you. Shame on you. I'm just telling you. Shame on you. If you can't build two different businesses without poaching from the other business and damaging other people's livelihood and their families and everything else, then you ought not to be in business. And if that hurts your feelings and you don't want to hear the truth, then, and I don't do these rants very often at all because it's not in my nature, but this drives me crazy, I have people reaching out to me and saying, company I'm in, they won't let me have another business. They're saying, and that's not fair. I should be able to do what I want, I always tell them, do what you want. Do what you want. Within the rules and regulations. Are they telling you can't have another business, or are they telling you in your other business you can't poach people from this business? Two different things. Understand what the rules are. No one's telling you can't have another business. They're just saying you can't poach people from other people's teams and all this other stuff to bring them into your new business. And why would you want to do that? That's what it cracks me up. So why would you want to do that? Exactly. And Ted, not just in every company this happens. In every company this happens. And again, I want people to be secure in their lives and their business and their finances, especially in this time with the virus going on. I know people need a supplementary income. Go for it. Start a new stream of income, because that newness, maybe, you'll get a little bit of extra engagement or extra, I don't want to say motivation, but just traction, going forward and everything, because it's new and you're excited and everything else. Just stay away from the current company. Just stay away from the current teams. If you're talking to somebody and they say, well, I'm already in this business, then okay, great. Thanks a lot. Move on. Don't build your business on the backs of other people's business. Why is that so hard for people to get? and blame everybody when it doesn't work for you, because or you get terminated, or you get fired, or you get, you lose your money coming in and everything else. I heard someone, having a talking about this the other day, and I was like, yeah, you broke the rules. What's up with that? You go through a stoplight, you run a red light, you're going to get a ticket. Is it the red light's fault? Is it the cop's fault? Whose fault is it? You know, I mean, I just don't get it. Okay, I just don't get it. And so you may not want to hear this, but it's time people hear it. It's time people hear it. These companies aren't making these rules to screw up your freedom and your life and all this other stuff. They're just protecting themselves. They're protecting the house. They're protecting their company and the people that have worked so hard to build a legacy, or build an organization, or build an income coming in, no matter if it's small or large or whatever it is. They're protecting all of that. And there's no reason why not to. So figure out what the rules are. Now, you may be in a company that the rules are you can poach and you can do all of that stuff. Good luck with that, right? If you do that, someone's going to do it to you. Right? It's just, you know, yeah, sadly, Bill, you're right. Sadly. you know, and I'll tell you that I'm a firm believer that you really can't build two network marketing companies at the same time. I it's hard, because within true network marketing. Now, it may be like an affiliate marketing kind of thing or something like that, but within true network marketing, you're building a community, a culture. You're building an organization, a family. You can't do that, right? Hey, Michelle, good to see you. She's in Key West. Her and her family are in Key West, having a great time, right? Laura, good to see you. Crystal, Jean, Maria, Oleg. But you can certainly have, Robert Hollis talks about this all the time. Once you start making money, take that money and put it in something that's going to work for you, that's going to work with your money, right? Put it in investments and things like that, so that, you've got something protecting that income that you're working so hard that, everybody does that. Guys that are the head of corporations that are mom and pop, they take some of their money and they invest it in, maybe in mutual funds or cryptocurrency or whatever it might be. They invested in other investments to have that money sitting on the side working for them and growing and doing something. Okay, nowhere in the world does it require you to start poaching on other people's business. It just isn't the way it is. You need to get this out to your team. You need to get this out to anybody and everybody that'll listen, because it's wrong. There's just no getting around it. It's wrong. You can spin it any way you want. Oh, that company, is taking my freedom away from me. That's crap. That's a bunch of nonsense. That's you trying to get what you want on the backs of everybody else. And that's just not right. There's no getting around that. That's not right. And you suffer the consequences. If you get terminated, you get terminated. That's bummer. That's the way it is. But just do the right thing. Have multiple. I don't care how many streams of income you have coming in. If you can do that and it works for you, and it's and your family, if you're a single parent, if you're not, if you're, maybe you're a family and you've got 4 or 5 kids, and maybe you're retired and you're trying to supplement, your income and so forth. Doesn't matter. If you need to have, a more secure situation where your money is working for you in other areas, that's great. Just don't mix and mingle. Just don't build it on the backs of other people. Just don't do something, that is based on you taking people from other people's groups. Okay, that's simple enough. What is there, not enough people in the world except for this one group, and you got to just keep moving them? Nobody likes these people. You know, they want to claim, they want to sit on the back of, it's my freedom. I should be able to, that's nonsense. That's just nonsense. You're building your businesses on the backs of other people. It just shows no integrity. It shows no, morality, no honesty, no ethics. It's just not good. And I may lose. I need some openings for friends anyway. So I may lose a lot of people here, and there may be a lot of haters and a lot of people that just don't like what I have to say. But I'm just telling you, you know, I have other things that I invest my money in. Okay, but I'm not not poaching other people's teams. It just isn't going to happen. In fact, I'm at in the position right now. If someone reaches out to me and says, "Hey, what about this or this or that?" First thing I do is ask them, "Are you in another company?" Boom. No, I'm not telling you. I don't want, you don't need to know about anything, right? Because I'm not building anything. I have one company. I have one company that is my passion, my community, my culture, my desire, my vision, everything. And that's my daily choice. And that's where I'm at. Now, as I make money, I'm somewhat successful in my daily choice. I'm 50K affiliate in the company. And as I make money and everything, yes, am I investing it in other things to keep my money growing and keep my money and, just like a retirement fund? No one would, if you had a 401k, in a corporation, no one's, it looks at that and says, oh, yeah, you got a 401k? No. But you don't poach other people's teams. You just don't do it. And if you do it and you get caught and you get terminated, you move on. You don't whine about it. You don't badmouth the company. You don't cry and bellyache and then expect people to think that, oh, yeah, you're in the right. And oh, you just don't do these things. There's got to be integrity. You've got to stand for something. You've got to do the right thing. And, thank you, Christo. I'm sorry, my classes just aren't working today. So thanks, Ted. This is just how I was taught. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. When I first got involved in network marketing, I thought, well, yeah, you can't tell me to do that. Because I didn't understand what they were saying. I didn't understand what the principles were. I didn't understand why somebody would tell me I can't build another business if I want to build it. Because I didn't understand that's not what they were talking about. They were just saying, you do whatever else you want. Just don't get the people that you're already involved with. Don't reach out and try to, steal people that are already in our company. And do people do it? They still do it every single day. It happens. And I don't mean if somebody is unhappy with the company they're in and they reach out to you legitimately and, they want to come on board, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people actively pursuing people in the company they're in and pitching them another company, trying to take them away, right? You just don't do it. Just don't do it. I was watching a recap on a video that a training of a bunch of leaders, Aaron Parker and Robert Hollis and Travis Butler and Tina Joy and Jerry West and some others, and the whole theme of the training was multiple streams of income. And if you talk to the billionaires of the world, they have one main stream of income. Like Bill Gates. Bill Gates has Microsoft. Now, does he take all the money that he makes and put it in other investments and other things? He might buy real estate. He might, do all of that. Absolutely. But there's one thing that is his main thing that made him the billions that he has. And there's nothing wrong with that. Man, take your money. I remember Jenna and Josh, the owners of the company, saying that they were, taking the money they were doing and they were buying homes, and things like that, investing in rental homes and stuff like that. Absolutely. Perfectly fine. Invest in the stock market, gold and silver. There's all kinds of things you can do. But if you start another business, that's okay, but keep it separate. Keep it separate. That's all I'm saying to you is don't. And if you don't and you get caught and you get terminated, then take your licks. don't be someone that's out there whining and crying and belly aching and all that other nonsense. You run a red light and you get caught and you get a ticket, then pay the ticket. It's always those people that they're playing. I talked about this yesterday, the blame game. It's everybody else's fault for their decisions that they make, and they never grow. They never move forward. They never get better at what they're doing. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying today. Okay, you can have as many streams of income as you can. The debate of multiple streams of income that'll go on forever. You can have as many streams. Just don't poach people. Just don't cross recruit. Just don't do the wrong thing. Find out what the rules are in your company and don't break them. Period. Just don't do it. But if you do and you get caught, then take your licks and move on and go to the next. Go to the next thing. But don't go down that path if it's everybody else's fault because you made a decision to do something that you knew was wrong and you got caught, and now you're suffering some consequences for it. Because it doesn't matter what your situation is. And I know that this in this time in this day and age, um, that there are a lot of people that are struggling, and my heart goes out to you. I understand that. My wife's a bus driver, and school got closed down, and so luckily she's a city employee, so she still got paid and everything. But there's a lot of people that are suffering in that. So do what you have to do for your family, you know, and you don't want to be one of those people either. That's the whistleblower. Oh no, someone approached me. I'm going to go tell the company. You don't want to be that either. Just let them know, please. You might want to stop doing this. You know, please don't approach any of my people. Be kind to people. Just let them know. You don't have to be a whistleblower. You don't need to tell on people. You don't need to be, because I see a couple of people here have said, yeah, I've had people approach me. Then just be kind to them. You don't have to rat them out and because they may not know. They may not know. You don't. They just let them know. Hey, you might want to stop doing that. Find people that are not in the company, whatever it might be, right? Um, so all I'm saying is just do the right thing. At the end of the day, do the right thing. Just do the right thing, right? One of my posts this morning was, people don't remember what you say, they don't remember what you do, they only remember how you made them feel. And you destroy someone else's business because of you getting ahead. It's not going to make them feel very good, right? So just do the right thing. And if someone reaches out to you and pitches you, talk to them. Just say, hey, I'm already in the company, and you might not want to do that. You might want to be careful with what you're doing in that. Please don't, go out to any of my people, and just be kind and gentle with them, and let them know that they probably should stop doing that. Now, if people are just constantly doing it and constantly breaking the rules and they just don't care, then they obviously don't care about the business they have that they're poaching from. So yeah, they need to be told because they could be hurting other people's businesses for sure. And then that needs to be dealt with. But most people do it unknowingly, and they don't mean it meanly. They just are trying to survive in life. So be nice to them. But everybody, if you've watched this video, you now know that you shouldn't be doing it. So don't do it. Exactly, Laura. Laura's been approached. I just let them know that I'm with the company and I'm polite and leave it at that. Exactly. I love that. Does everybody see this? What Gene put up there? Okay. I approached someone to check it out. Another program. They said they can't give me the info because I'm in MDC. So as soon as they found out the person was in MDC, can't give you the info. All right. That's called integrity. That's called honesty. That's called ethics and all that other stuff. We all make mistakes. We all screw up. We all, I'm ranting about this today and I'm done. But I'm ranting about this today because I want you to know to think before you do things. I make the same mistakes. I've reached out to people in the past years, in the past 40 years and not thinking about what I was doing and, made the same mistakes as everybody else. But you learn from your mistakes and you get better. And what you don't do is you deliberately do something, you get caught, and then you whine and cry about the consequences. That's what you don't do. You don't deliberately do it knowing the rules, knowing that you're going to hurt somebody's business. When you do things and your integrity is intact and you just made mistakes and everything, everybody forgives all of that stuff. That's not an issue. But if you're one of these people that's what you do. I'm going out and targeting these people. Stop it. Just stop it. You're hurting people's lives. There's nothing wrong with having multiple companies. There's nothing wrong with any of this stuff. Just do it right. Just do it right. There's nothing wrong with having traffic lights. Just don't run them. Just obey them. I hate this stop sign. Why do they have a stop sign at this street? I don't know. Just stop. Just stop. Life's too short, right? So I hope this has not hurt anybody's feelings, but if it has, well, I'm sorry. Don't get your feelings. Stop it. Stop it. It's like Bob Newhart says. Stop it. You know, life is too short. Let's work on our mindsets. Let's get better. Let's treat people like we want to be treated. Okay? God bless you all. That was my rant for the 6 month or the quarter or whatever you want to call it. I won't have another rant for quite a while, but I hope you get something out of it. You just listen, take it with a grain of salt, but just build multiple incomes. I mean, if you need to do that and you want to do that, that's fine. Invest your money, do what you, but just be aware and be careful of other people's lives and business. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Don't break the rules. Figure out what the rules are. If you break them and you get caught and you get, you suffer the consequences, don't be a crybaby about it. Move on. But just try not to do it. That way you don't have, don't run the red light. Sometimes I do. I've run red lights before because I just was daydreaming and I've run the red light. And luckily, I didn't kill anybody or myself or anything else. Did it mean that I didn't do it? I wasn't wrong? Of course I was. Did I get a ticket? Yeah, I got a ticket. I paid the ticket. I didn't blame the red light. I didn't blame the cop. I didn't blame anybody else. It's like, oh crap, I'm glad I didn't hurt anybody. And I moved on. So, all right, everybody. God bless you. Some of you I'll see you on the next one. Some of you I won't. Share this out. People need to hear it.